So I think there are three challenges for corporations today around what we call the future of work. The first is actually the subject of our paper earlier this year called The Working Future, in which we look at the behavior and attitude of workers toward work. The second issue you have is an inverting population age pyramid. And then the third challenge is around technology.
For the last 50 years, the pyramid of work has been in the normal shape, which is that huge amount of effort, work goes into an increasingly small amount of time that is spent on decisions and value add. It's our mission to be able to invert this pyramid upside down.
So we are at a point where we are going to see a massive transformation in human society. There have been three such moments in history. The first was the invention of agriculture. Then the second moment was the Industrial Revolution. And now we're at the third moment of transformation, when we will transform not just the physical labor, but the mental labor that humans do. Corporations have to ask themselves, how will this change how we actually run everything we do? So I anticipate that it will be a disruptive time in this transformation, but that the end of it will be a human species where we are engaged in much more compelling and rewarding activities.
The only thing that we as human beings can do is keep up with the change. It is not about resisting the change, or it is not about controlling the change. You have to flow with the change. And that's the only way that you can actually grow from a business perspective as well.
It is one thing to be able to stand up and ask your colleague about something that has a certain latency. It's quite another to be doing some work in some remote location and then be able to Slack someone or message someone, get a response, and get on with your work.
I think the most exciting prospect about the future of work is that in the very near future, we are going to have computers that we can talk to as if they were colleagues. It's already starting to happen. The latest generation of machine learning or large language models actually is able to generate what seems like human interaction. The biggest challenge that organizations face is a human challenge. It's a challenge around our human ability to recognize and embrace change.
RPA, which is the robotic process automation that happened in the enterprise world, is what I call as a first mile of automation. But there is next 100 miles that we need to go through.
The very first thing that companies have to recognize is that we are in an era now of continuous change, and we need to reorganize our businesses.
When we look at Bain, they're actually the ones who are the master creators of how the business processes should look like.
I think there are very few times when you have the opportunity to be in the middle of what is not just a massive change for your own life or your own business, but really a massive change for all of humanity. And I am very excited to be right in the middle of that.